Hi everyone, welcome back to CloudDemoDive. In our last video, we built a foundation of our cloud network by creating the Amazon VPC, so virtual private cloud. Today we are going to put that network to use by launching our first virtual server on EC2 instances. So we are diving into one of the most fundamental widely used services in all of the AWS, that is AWS EC2 or Elastic Compute Cloud. That is the full form of EC2, you can say. So first of all, what is EC2? So at its core, basically we can see it is a service that provides resizable compute capacity in the cloud, or we can say in simple term, it's a virtual server that we can rent for AWS. We can rent from AWS instead of buying and maintaining physical hardware. You can launch an EC2 instances in minutes and pay only what you can use, and you can run your workloads on that server. This provides a flexibility and a game changer. You can quickly scale up and scale down based on our needs, whether you are running a personal blog or a powerful application or a massive corporate website. So EC2 provides us a better virtual server, you can say, for our use case. So when you launch an EC2 instance, we need to make a few choices, like what you want to choose as an AMI, what is the image, Amazon machine image, you can say. So whenever we want to run an server on EC2, so we have to choose the Amazon machine image. Think it is a template that includes the operating system and pre-installed software. So AMI contains these two, operating system and the pre-installed software, like a pre-configured version of Windows or Linux, something like that. Next is the instance type, which determines the virtual hardware of your server, including the number of CPUs, amount of memory, and the storage. AWS offer hundred of different types of servers, like different types of AMIs, different types of configurations for different types of use cases. Finally, we have also used the key pair also to select a key pair for the set of security credentials and used for securely connect to your instances. This is how we prove we are on one who's supposed to able to log in. So it's kind of our own password for our server. You can say key pair works as a password for our server. Whenever we want to log into that server, the key pair helps us to do that. So what's today's goal in this hands-on lab? So in this lab, we are going to get hands-on on EC2. We launch a small free tier eligible instance, connect it, learn how to resize it, and then monitor its performance. And then very importantly, we will be able to properly terminate the instances and avoid any unexpected charge. Like go to the home page, open the learning plan which we enrolled, and today we are going to do some hands-on on AWS EC2. So just you can see that the first one is completed, which we did in the last video. So let's go and start the training for the Amazon EC2 instance. Introduction to Amazon EC2. Just open it. It will open it in a new tab. After that, you can see a start button right up here. You can just click on that and it will open the page where we have the documentation to do the hands-on demo. So yeah, I will guide you through that. If you want to do with your own, you can also do that. So it will take 30 seconds to sign in, and then we have the page ready for us. So yeah, it is provided by AWS training and certification. You can see the logo up here. And here is our documentation, which is the introduction to Amazon EC2 instances. Let's just go and start the lab by accepting the terms and conditions. It will start a lab for us and give us a option to open the console. In the document, you can see different objectives what we are going to do. So we are going to launch a web server, monitor the EC2 instances, then modify the security group to allow HTTP access. Then we will resize it, test the termination protection which we added, and then terminate our EC2 instances after disabling that protection. just click on open console and scroll a bit in the documents, like what's the first task we have to do. So you have to first go and search for the EC2 and then launch the instance and name all these things and choose the AMI's one. So just search EC2 in the console page. Here you will see the EC2 dashboard. Just click on launch instance. You can see next we have to name the EC2 instances as web server. I'm just copying it from here and choose the Linux 2023 AMI. So I'm naming it as web server, and by default it's only 2023 AMI only, so I'm leaving it as default. Next we will choose the instance type, that is T3 micro. You can see, so just copy this. If you see, by default it's T3 micro only. So yeah, let's give it, you can see different instance types are also there. So we can just go for T3 micro, which contains 2 CPU and 1 GB of memory. Next, it's better to go with the key pair one, but for this hands-on demo, just proceed without any key pair. So whenever you are working on your own systems, for your own use case, keep it as default, like you have to create a key pair and then work accordingly. After choosing the key pair, next is the how you are setting the network for this. So earlier we created a VPC lab in the last demo, so we are going to use that one only. Just click on edit, just choose the VPC from there, lab VPC, then choose the public subnet from there. You can see there is only one public subnet that is already selected, and we have to add a firewall for this and select the existing security group. So just select the existing security group. You will see a default web server security group, you can see, and select it. After that, you have to configure the storage of this server. So by default it's 1 GB of GP3, so I'm going with the default one. It is enough for now. You can increase it according to your use case. Next, in the advanced details, we have a different options like host name type, IP instance profile, termination protection. So for this hands-on, we are going to just enable the termination protection. Basically, it will not able to terminate. If someone wants to terminate this instance, it will block it and gives the error. Scroll a bit and let's add some user data. Like this user data file consists what you want to do when your instance is up and running. So I'm just copying that code and just paste it out here. So it will install the HTTPD, start the HTTPD server, and just print like hello from the web server. It is HTML page, creates a simple HTML page. After saving all these things, you have to just click on launch instance. You can see a success message will pop up in few minutes, 1 or 2 minutes it will appear, and you can just check, yeah, our instance is successfully created. Just go to the instances section. You can see the instance state it running, status checking. So currently the status is in progress, like it's initializing and it is checking the status of the instance which we created right now. Sometimes AWS wants some feedback, so if you want to give, you can also give that instance. If you select this instance, you can see different details like its IP addresses and all the things. So let's wait for a few minutes. You can see the details tab displayed, in which different information of that instance is given, like IP addresses, public IP address, what is the instance type which we are using, and all the other things. Let me just refresh it whether it is status is up or not. So let's go to the second task till the time its status is being populated. So you can just go to the status and alarm. You can see these two are checking. So system status checks its initializing, instance status check its initializing, and attached EBS status check. So these are the three checks it is able to checking in the status and alarms. So you can see right now it's in initializing state. So it will take like 2-3 minutes to pop up. Till the time we can also see the monitoring tab, in which all the CPU utilization, what is the network byte in and out from the server is given. So next, in the upper right section you can see actions tab, where we have to choose. Let's choose in the actions tab, let's choose it. You can see now the status check is passed. So you can see in the status and alarm section all the three checks is passed. Next, go to the actions and go to the monitor and troubleshoot and click on get system log. You can see these are the system logs. We are getting it from the server itself. Next, if will not appear, you have to just wait for few minutes, it will appear. And if you go to the scroll a little bit of the system log, you can see whatever we wanted, we put it into the user data. That commands is running, and that install the HTTP server, then enable, it starts the HTTP server, and then it's created the HTML file, simple HTML file. Scroll down a little bit and just click on cancel to get out from the get system log page. Next, choose the cancel button and go to the actions tab and monitor and troubleshoot, and choose get instance snapshot. So it will generate a booting Amazon Linux page here, something like this. If you are attach a console to it, like attach a UI, it will appear something like this to your UI. Just click on cancel, and next, let's move to the next step task, that is to update the security group and access the web server. So just select the instances. You will be able to see the IPv4 address. So just copy that public IPv4 address and paste it into the web browser. You can see it's kind of rendering, but it is not opening yet. Currently we are not able to access it. We are not able to access the public web server. So keep that browser open. If you just, so currently traffic to that port 80 is not going there. So you can see this site can't be reached. We get this error. What we have to do, we have to configure the security group here. So we have to add that port here in the security group. Just go to the console page of EC2, go to the security groups, and select the security group ID, that is web server security group, which we added to that server instance. You can see web server security group. This is the web server security group which we created. Choose the inbound rule tabs and edit it and add the HTTP rule there to accept it from to add it in the inbound rule. Currently it's no any inbound rule, so I'm just adding this HTTP from anywhere from IPv4. Just added it. Once you update the security group, now if you just go to the IP address, public IP address, and just refresh it, you will get the simple HTML page from the instance, that hello from your web server. So this is the third task which we completed. In the next task, we are going to increase the size of the instance and the EVS volume attached to it. So before resizing the instances and increasing the EVS, we have to first stop the instance. So let's just select the instances and then stop it. Just click on stop instance and then stop. After that, we have to choose the instance state when it is in stopped. Then we are able to change the instance type and resize the EVS volume as well. So for that, let's first go for the instance type, select the action menu, and then select the instance setting. So let me just go to the console. You can see currently it's stopping. It will take a few minutes to stop the instance. We will also resize the EBS volume. So earlier it's 10 GIB. We will upgrade it to 10 GIB. 10 GIB of EBS volume. We will attach it there. And we have to modify and confirm the increase of the size volume. And then we will restart our server. So yeah, you can see right now it's stopped. Just select the instance and go to action tab, instance setting, and choosing the change instance type. That is right up there. Change instance type in the fourth section, I think fourth or fifth. Yeah, that's there. Here right now you can see current instance is T3 micro. Let me just change it to T3 small. So T3 small, let's just change it to T3 small and just click on change instance type. It consists of 2 vCPU only. After that, once the instance type is changed, just go to the volume section from the left hand side menu. You can see one volume is already present, that is attached to that EC2 instance. Just go and update it, change the size to 10 and just modify it. From the actions menu we are just modifying it. So you can see the 10 GBs of size is getting populated. So next we have to start the instances to see the changes right up here. After doing these changes, you will be able to see that it is our instance type and the storage will increase from 8 to 10, and instance type is also changed from T3 micro to T3 small. You can see T3 small is there in the instance type, and in storage you can see right now it's 8 GB. So yeah, it might happen like it will take few minutes to update it here. Or let me just restart and recheck it. It's currently in initializing state, so that's why, yeah, you can see after refreshing it you will be able to see that 10 GIB of EBS volume is attached, and T3 small is the instance type. So that's the task 4 is completed. Next task is let's try the deletion terminate. Let's try to terminate this instance whether it is working or not. So you can see when I try to terminate this instance, it gives me an error like it's failed to terminate. This is because we enabled at the starting of the instance when we are launching, we enable the termination deletion. So just go to the action settings in the actions and then instance setting. We have to change the termination behavior, you can say termination protection. Here you can say it's enabled, just disable it and save it. Once you disable it, now the termination protection is removed from this instance and we are able to terminate it. So it's better practice whenever you used in any use cases. So if your use case is over, just terminate it, and if your use case is there and if you don't want to terminate that, just enable that instance termination thing, termination protection enable. So you can see I just terminated that instance for our task. So this is our hands-on demo which we did for this simple introduction to AWS EC2, that's Elastic Compute Cloud provided by AWS. Currently you can see I just terminated it, its instance state is shutting down, and after a few moments we will not able to see this instance from here. So this is the whole demo. Let's go and complete the knowledge check that it is mandatory. Just refresh the page for the first time, sometime knowledge check is not opening. It gives us some CloudFront error, so it might be the problem from the AWS team itself. So you can say just refresh the page and just open it again. Knowledge check. It will open an assessment page for us. You can see right, the instance is terminated now. We successfully terminated the instance. So this is the knowledge check time. Let's go and proceed with that. So just begin the test. You will be having 5 questions. We have to pass. We have to answer 80%, like 4 of them correctly. What precaution we can take accidentally termination? So we should enable the termination protection. That's the answer. What is the primary purpose of the enabling termination protection for an Amazon EC2 instance? So to prevent an accidental termination. Yeah, that's the reason. So both the questions are of similar problem. What is the following example of resizing an EC2 instance type? So changing the T3 micro to T3 small, that's the answer. What type of monitoring is enabled by default for EC2 instance? So by default, I think it's basic monitoring or detailed monitoring. Let me just check. By default, the basic monitoring is enabled. You can also enable the detailed one. I don't think so. Let me just check. It's quite confusing. What types of monitoring is enabled by default for EC2 instance? So let me just go with the basic one. And the difference, next question is the primary difference between stopping and terminating an EC2 instance. So stopping is temporary. That's the correct answer, but yeah, I choose it wrong for the first time. You can see I only get the fourth one right. Stopping is temporary, terminating is permanent. That's the correct answer, but I'm getting it wrong, so I will just try it again so that all the answers are corrected. Currently my score is 80%. I will just retake it and hope it's kind of 20 number of attempts are allowed for this statement, for this assessment. I'm just choosing all the answers again. Enable termination protection here. Then stopping retains the data. Stopping is temporary and this is permanent. Changing the T3 to micro to small prevents accidental termination of instances, and finish the assessment. So yeah, right, this time I think all the correct, I've got the all correct answers. So yeah, after submitting the assessment, you have to just, you can see the result is one by one. Submit the result. You have to submit the result, and this is how we complete this hands-on lab. So after completing the hands-on lab, don't forget to log out from that console which we are using. Return to the AWS console and just sign out from there. And also after signing it out, go to the page and end this lab. So we successfully completed this lab on introduction to Amazon EC2 instances. Just complete the lab here. So there are some additional resources. You can just go and check it out, how these different things, if you wanna learn in detail about this, you can just refer to those links. Next, get back to the page of the AWS Skill Builder where we got our certificate. If we just refresh this page, we will get our certification as well. Let me just refresh it. So you will get your certificate of the introduction to EC2 as well. So it's kind of basic AWS use case for the beginner one. So you can just try it out, and AWS is providing us for free. So you can just view and download. So this is the training and certificate which I got from AWS. So in this video, that's it for this introduction to Amazon EC2 instance. Hope you guys like this video, and see you in the next one with the next topic, that is Amazon introduction to S3.